So now that we have our wall weapon set up, our barricade, our interaction, projectiles, we want to start working on the actual logic, or sorry, not the logic, the basically cleaning up our collisions. So currently, you can see we have the wall weapon, and if I walk into it, it stops our pawn and the firearm collision. That's a, no. So it's going to basically resolve issues like that and allow us to just have control and very simple to use presets that basically handle, everything we need. So to begin, let's go ahead and work on the presets themselves. So project settings, go to collision, and we want one for the firearm collision and the interaction. So we can control, what blocks firearm collision, what blocks the interaction. So we'll leave it blocked by default and name the first one firearm collision. And the next one block as well. Call it enter action. So the reason I'm blocking the interaction by default is let's pretend I am playing right now. So I walk up to the wall weapon. Yeah, I can buy it. But if I end up on the other side of the wall weapon, I don't want to be able to have my trace go through the wall and interact with the wall weapon, because then I could just buy it through the wall. So instead, I want the wall to block it. So that's why we're doing that. So let's go ahead and first set the firearm collision to use this new channel. So we scroll down to SKG Shooter Framework. We have the firearm collision channel. Set that to firearm collision. And scroll back up. All right, so that handles that. Now we can actually make some presets. So the wall weapon, we want it to ignore the pawn so the pawn can walk through it, ignore firearm collision, basically ignore everything except the interaction channel. The barricade, on the other hand, we don't want to walk through it. We want to block the firearm collision, we want to block projectiles and all that. So we're going to need two different presets, one for wall weapon and one for barricade. So in our project settings, let's actually make a new projectile collision channel as well really quick. And we'll do block again and call it projectile. So now let's make the presets. So we can make a new preset and call it wall weapon. For the collision enabled, let's set it to query only and ignore everything except the interaction channel. We want to block it. So let's press OK. Next up, let's make one for the barricade. And we want this to kind of block all. So collision enabled, query and physics, and block everything. So collision channels, projectiles, pawns, all of it. And that should be it pretty much for now. We just have the projectile collision channel there, so we can use it if need be, because otherwise you would end up with a result like this. So if I shoot, you can see it stops because it's hitting the collision box that we made. So this will resolve, small issues like that once we tell it to use it. Now, in terms of telling it what to use where, one thing we can do is just manually go through, each one, select the collision component, change the preset, to wall weapon, change this one to, barricade, blah, blah, blah. Or we can do this a lot cleaner and do it the way I did in the plugin, which is basically just have some presets here. So we can set wall weapon collision channel, barricade collision channel, projectile collision channel, whatever we want, and they'll just use it. So we're going to do that. Now to begin, we already have a zombies firearm settings. So what we want to do basically instead is kind of rework this. So let's see, I don't even remember where I put that. I'm assuming in the weapon module. No, maybe I did it in the core. Yes, I did. So firearm developer settings. So what we're going to do is rework this to where this is going to house all of our, I'm just going to say global project settings basically that we want to have. So to begin, let's close the editor down And yeah, let's just start with renaming. So instead of firearm developer settings, let's just call it U SKG zombies developer settings, because this is the name of the project essentially that we're working on. And rename the display to zombies. Yeah, we'll just call it zombies settings. Nah, let's do SKG zombies settings. So once we have that, we're leaving the categories the same. Let's rename the header. So SKG zombies developer settings, and do the same to the CPP. Okay, so that actually renamed that for me. We just have to fix the include here. However, I don't think we're going to need the CPP file in this case. Maybe. Let's just leave it for now. So we want to include skg zombies developer settings.h. So that takes care of that. Now we just want to go ahead and try to find anywhere that was using this. So if it was not renamed, so we're going to build, and I don't remember if it was in the firearm actor or not. So let's go. Yeah, so it's in the firearm actor. So we need to change the include here. So skg zombies developer settings.h and firearm.cpp, scroll down, and we have our U skg zombies developer settings. And I'm going to rename this one to skg zombies developer settings instead for the variable name. And for the make outgoing spec, we're just going to, set it to skg zombies developer settings. So that takes care of that. So we just got to make sure when we go back in the editor that we, reset this ammo init effect. Moving on, we want some more properties. So U property, actually we can just copy this here, change it from firearm to collision. And here I want to set some presets. So F collision profile name, and this will be the wall weapon collision preset. So next up, we're going to do the same thing again for the barricade. So barricade collision preset. And let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else. We do need the projectile collision channel. So T enum as byte, ECC, no, E collision channel. And this will be the projectile collision channel. And then lastly, we do have let's go to our interactability. Where do we have our sweep? Yeah, right here. And we are using the interaction or the interact collision channel, which is just a variable. We're going to remove this and go through the project settings instead. So we want the same thing as this, but for interaction. So interaction collision channel. So we're going to be reverting, well, not reverting, but changing everything to use these project settings. Now, to make life easier, we can make some static functions to, get these for us. So we could even make them U functions if we need to. I can't imagine we're going to actually need to do that. But basically, we're going to have a static F collision profile name, and this will be called get wall weapon collision preset. So we're going to have that. We're going to have the other one for get barricade. Then another, which returns E collision channel, which will be get projectile collision channel, and get interaction collision channel. Now let's go ahead, create definitions for all of these. So I'm glad we didn't remove the CPP. And basically we would just want to construct a new SKG SKG zombies developer settings. So U SKG zombies developer settings. We'll call it same name, so SKG Zombies Developer Settings. Developer Settings, I think that's spelled right, equals new object USKG Zombies Developer Settings. Once we have this, we can simply return the, let's see, this is the wall weapon, so wall weapon collision preset. Okay, wait, these are collision query params. Why did I set, oh, so change collision query params to F collision profile name. That would be my bad. So let's actually simplify this a bit and just run the new object like so, and that is all. So we can copy and paste into all of them. Now let's change wall weapon collision preset for the barricade to barricade collision preset, then projectile collision channel to projectile collision channel, and interaction collision channel. So this will make it very easy for us to access these variables. So first thing, let's go to our interact.h, well, our ability, and remove the interaction collision channel. So instead, we can use it right here directly. So what was it? SKG Zombies Developer Settings. Let's go ahead and include it. We want to get the interaction collision channel. So get interaction collision channel. And that takes care of that there. So we have that. Now we want to do the rest. So let's go to our barricade first. So barricade.cpp. On bundles loaded, where we create the static mesh, we want to set the collision preset. So static mesh component, we want to, what was it? Set the profile, set collision profile name using the USKG Zombies Developer Settings get barricade collision preset. Now we need to include our Zombies Developer Settings, which it did, so that's good. And we're just going to set it to .name. So we're getting the name from this preset because that's what we are setting here. Next up, let's go to our wall weapon. .cpp on bundles loaded. And in the case of here, let's just set the weapon mesh component. We can set the collision profile name to the same thing, USKG Zombies Developer Settings, get wall weapon collision preset dot name. Actually, wait, this is not for the weapon mesh name. Sorry, let's go ahead and cut that and move it out. It is for the weapon or the wall weapon collision component. So wall weapon collision component, set collision profile name to the wall weapon collision preset. Lastly, while we're here, let's go ahead and get the weapon mesh component and just set the collision enabled to E collision enabled, no collision, because we don't need the weapon mesh to have any collision, no animation, no nothing. It is purely visual. So we don't want any interaction with the weapon mesh that is on the wall. So now that we have that, let's go ahead, compile, relaunch, and just see where we're at. Okay, so once we are back in the editor, let's go to project settings, and we have our SKG Zombies settings. So projectile collision channel is projectile, interaction, interaction, wall weapon, barricade, barricade. Very simple, all in one spot. Now we want the ammo init effect to be firearm ammo init. So press play. Actually, we need to view it first. So wall weapon collision channel. We have it at no collision. Let's reset to default, and it goes to wall weapon. Let's go to the barricade, select the static mesh component, set it to default, which is now barricade. However, we just crashed because of how we are setting it. So basically, regarding the barricade, let me go ahead and relaunch while I'm at it. We cannot manually tweak things like attachments, like collision, directly inside of it for whatever reason. I assume it is due to the way this is being constructed. So on construction runs, and the component is not necessarily registered when we change the collision. So that's just my assumption. But as we can see, it is now set to barricade. And the other way we can kind of refresh it, so to speak, is by, let's just pretend we change the barricade to block all dynamic, which you can see it is still set to barricade. If we remove the data asset and add it back, you can see it is block all dynamic. I set it back to barricade and do the same thing, just clear it and set it back. You can see it is now barricade. So it's because the on construction right here needs to be triggered, and it's triggered by simply either moving it or by setting the barricade and resetting it. So we could also just have some kind of refresh button that we can press that will do this for us, which we may want to consider in the very near future. So now we press play, and we can, okay, so I get it on something. So we get the default message there, and we don't get it there. So let's check and see. So we have the interaction channel set. Yes, we do. And we should be using it inside of the interactability if memory serves, which we are. So that is good there. Let's check the actual preset. So that's for the wall weapon. Let's go to collision, wall weapon, and we are blocking that channel. So let's see. Yep, set to block. Okay, I actually think I know why. So what we want to do, actually I'm going to save this for the next video because we're going on 17 minutes, but I'm 90% sure that our ability for the interact is actually colliding with our own pawn because we are not ignoring any of our actors. So what we need to do is just ignore ourselves and anything that is attached to ourselves. So we'll do that in the next video. Anyhow, that is going to be all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.